government will take the kids. Because if the government doesn't take the kid, then the kid will grow. So the family also is a resource. In Sias, capital, but also family as resource. Why? 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 Yes, my dad has also like Nelson Mandela. The Nelson is from Senegal. Usually you visit Senegal. Why? As a resource.
As we know, family always have impact in the society or in the country, in the country.
Yes.
Yes. For example, family where you can find a husband, good job,
Yeah.
wife also with a good job. With their income, they can positively impact if not only their own family, but
Very good resource. Why? Because you can live on the farm. From their family, then yes, my kids don't pay. My kids get most of the school fees from us as parents. Or they can even get food sustenance from our effort. So, of course, God gives the food, but we have responsibilities to deliver to kids. You know that? So, in my belief, when the most of other beliefs, Christian or Muslim, normally the parents get a lot of stuff from God. What they do is just to distribute. If you drink a lot of beer and you are given your salary and you spend it to beer, then God will punish you because you are failing to give the money to the owners. The owners are kids and the others that must have that money. So my money, partly, maybe the big portion of it is for my kids. And if God gives me more kids, He gives me more money also to distribute. That is the belief. Yeah, I don't tell you to believe in that, but you think about it also. So you have also to have a flexible family. What is a flexible family? What is the meaning of flexible family? Yes? Who can help us to understand a flexible family? Yes?
I think it's a family we can discuss together, communicate.
Exactly. Not harsh. There are some parents who are harsh. And when he or she enters into the house, everybody shakes, even the mouse. I mean the mice. Even the mice in the house shake. I mean, they are terrified by the arrival of the gangster. Home. You should not be gangsters in your home. Just be. You should go in your home happily. Even if sometimes men meet you with stress and hard work, sometimes even women. But you have to decrease stress and enter the house happy. That is what we call a flexible family. Because everyone is subject to mistakes. But if you find that your child has broken a glass at home, you beat him or her maybe 10 times, that is not flexible family. Because the kid didn't have intention of spoiling. His or her intention was just running, maybe, or maybe a mistake of kids. That's flexible family. In Bible or Quran, it is stipulated that men should be very humble to women, tolerant to women. Why? Why? Why should men be tolerant to women or humble to women? Why? Because normally men have physical strength than women, and they have responsibility to feed women and kids as first responsibility. Your wife might be in weak situation, like maybe she's pregnant, and she's physically weak, she wants to sleep or whatever. Then you have to be flexible and you have to be humble. But some men go beyond that and they become harsh to their families, which is not good. So, family stability, we have seen many people who went to the street, especially children, because of fearing the stress of the stress of the parents. They have two parents, but stressful parents. So when we are talking about stressful parents, I'm sorry, I used the wrong, yeah. But when we talk about stressful parents, sometimes parents that are not flexible and tolerant. Yeah. So tolerance is necessary when you are talking about family stability. So then you have a supportive family, yes, and why supportive family? Because the kids need to be supported when they are very young. Yes. For instance, the Bible, Quran says, for instance, at least a woman have to be at the kids, support the kids up to 2 years at least. Umugore afite inshingano zo kwita ku mwana nibura kugeza ku myaka ibiri by following her or him up. You get the point? So hari abasiga bakigira mu kazi ku mwaka umwe, buriya ni ikibazo. And we see these cases, many women are leaving the babies for their work, or maybe leave the baby to their grandmother, or leave the baby to domestic workers, which is not also good at some extent. But the kids also have to support the parent, to give and take. Kids have responsibility to support the parent. Yes. Especially when they are becoming old, you are obliged to support them. And even if they have died, you have the responsibility to pray for them. Yes. for them. Basabire imigisha aho bari cyangwa se amahoro. Those who believe here. So kids have always responsibility toward the parents. Like the parents have responsibility toward the kids. I have no longer a father or mother. No, they are all gone. Yeah. But I have responsibility over. I have a stepmother who's still living. Yeah. I have responsibility to support her. You see? I have also responsibility to know about my sisters and brothers who are living. You see? And these are responsibilities. What we talk about supportive families, some stepmothers are quarreling with the stepchildren. That is not good. They should be supporting each other. Some sisters fight against their brothers because of land inheritance and whatever. They should not. Actually, they should be supportive to each other in respect of their rights and obligations. If in Rwanda, for instance, the girl have responsibility, no, have to share the inheritance with the boy, they have to equalize. But because it is a new culture, people can fight against it. But it is a law, you have to abide in that law, respect it. Yes. When I was young, when they distributed the land inheritance, they gave me a big portion because I was the son. I mean, my sisters got just another portion, but relatively small. But that was the culture by then. After my mother died, we said, okay, we equally share things that remain. If it is a house, we give it value, we share equally. We sell it, we share equally. Because this is a new culture that you have to respect us. So without family, you are not secure. It's like a citizen without state. You cannot live secured in a state which is not well governed. It is like living in a family which is not well governed. You can never grow easily. It is always there is always difficulties with that. So there is a theory which is called the theory of planned behavior. You can read more about this theory. Yeah. And this theory deals with the issue including behavior intention, attitude, subjective norms, and behavior control. At your age, actually, those who are not having a family, you should plan a family before you reach that level. Uba ushobora gutangira gutegura umuryango wawe utaranashaka. Say, my husband will be like this. I will need 2 or 3 kids. I will do this and this. That is a theory based on planned behavior theory. This is a very good theory, actually. It is stipulated that the family, for it to be stable, there are some behavior that should be planned before. Yeah? Yes. In our age, in our period, at the university level, you should start planning your family. So that if you graduate from university, you have already a sense of family, even a friend to make families. That was then. I don't know this time, but that was then. But a planned behavior means that a person have to have good behavior and attitude. When we say behavior and attitude, you get something? Attitude, these are the inner thinking of a person inside his or her mind. That is the attitude. The attitude, for instance, that Nelson have, I cannot know until he works, he do something. I know, oh, Nelson have a good attitude or bad attitude. Why? Because if you have a good attitude, it will manifest by your behavior. So behavior is something out, attitude is something in. But when you have attitude for instance, to make a family, yes, you have to grow that attitude in you. It could be a stable family. It could be a happy family. It could be a flexible family. If it is a flexible family and good family, you have to develop an attitude to forgive, for instance. Yeah? If you don't forgive, you will divorce to two or three husband or wives. Yes. You don't forgive them. Yeah. If you find a mistake in her, you divorce. You bring another one, you find another mistake, you divorce. You have 5 divorces in your life, which is not good. In the other way. So if you need a flexible family, you have to develop an attitude of tolerance. Tolerance. And how you can develop that attitude? Progressively. Progressively. Yeah. And if you don't do that, your husband will say, and you also say, and you quarrel and you fight each other. If you are a girl, you don't have develop attitude of flexibility and calm, then your husband will become stressed and say something. You also become overstressed and say something. You fight. This is not good. So the attitude should be flexible attitude. Don't be angry quickly or rapidly and so on and so forth. And the theory of planned behavior is a very good theory, actually. It means that there is some behavior, subject to norms, attitude that controls families. Yes. So there is a self-control, patience, luxury seeking, self-esteem, parenting, need satisfaction, positive attitude toward marriage, and attainment of peace. Yeah. What is self-control here, Nabi? What is self-control? Yes. 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 For instance, in sport, you do football sport. If someone hits you, then how do you react? Will you kick him or her? No, you will not kick him or her. You will say, okay, it's a fair play. You go here. That is the attitude, the control of yourself, self-control. Patience. What does patience mean vis-a-vis the family? Yes.
I think it's knowing how to remove from.
No. Patience. Patience. Who can help? Yes. But in which way? Yeah, you became, you wait. You don't have to say, oh, my husband doesn't have a car, so maybe he's a dog, not a real man. Yeah, so some women say so. If other men have cars and maybe we don't have any, so maybe my husband is a dog, not a man. Yeah, some can say that. And it's a very big insult in Rwandan culture to say a man is a dog. Very big insult. It can cause divorce.
Could you say? Sorry?
To call a man a dog is something a taboo in Rwanda because it can even create divorce even. Yeah. Something very dangerous. If a man say a husband is not a real man, is a dog maybe, or neglected animal like that, then it is very taboo and insult. In families can gather for divorce. Yeah, if they are not patient. Yes. So patience is a value which is also in the Bible or Quran, but which is also in families. If you are not patient, it is difficult to raise a child up to 20 years. Yes, you will say, okay, I'm leaving. Yes. I know some men, they find maybe they have three kids, and one of them is very sick or regularly sick, and say, okay, goodbye the family. I will come back later. Or maybe he find that a woman is pregnant of twins, for instance, and he say, oh, okay, bye bye. I will come when the twins will be 20 years old. And that is the lack of patience. And who can tell me also about the luxury seeking? What is luxury seeking? Luxury seeking, yes, Juvenal.
Like looking for myself, not being she's
Yes, which is luxurious, expensive. Maybe a woman needs a dress that are very costly, let's say 500,000 Rwanda money every 2 months. That is luxury. So, or maybe she or he wants something extremely expensive, rather more expensive than his or her purse. That is also luxury seeking. And luxury seeking is very, very dangerous for family stability. Why? Why?
why? Because simply it can lead if it is the man who is seeking that for the woman. It can lead to this depression.
Depression.
Yes, I mean, example, if you are asking, example, a lady is asking his man to buy a new house, he's not available to do,
Yes.
and then this is he's thinking about that case,
Yes.
can bring to the depression and so on.
Yeah. And even the man can steal other people to satisfy the wife. And that is the fear, of course, which sometimes is practiced. Then self-esteem, what does self-esteem mean? It is, yes,
I think self-esteem, it is same as self-confidence.
self-confidence.
Personal value,
Exactly,
self-worth.
exactly. There is an aspect of personal value, but also it is very good for parents to have self-esteem, because normally you protect your family in whatever you have. So you have to have a self-esteem or confident enough to be able to raise up your family. Yes.
Loving yourself.
Yes. Yes. And also parenting. What is parenting? Hmm? It's being parent, servant to your family, especially your children. Yes. Parenting is not an easy work, actually. All women are not or cannot be parents, or all men cannot be parents also. Parenting means a new responsibility. You get what it means? And parenting have no time limit or retirement. That's how hard it is. When you have kids, you are a parent for life. No, even if it's, I have seen parents of 19 years old taking a son of 70 to hospital. Yeah, because his son is not physically fit, and the parents always have to help him, even if he's old also. So parenting is always there. You are a parent, that is for life. I've been receiving advice of my mother, even when she was still alive, even when I was a parent also for other kids. Yeah. Please do this, behave like this, and you see, that is parenting. Parenting is not always giving money, but also giving advice and help. And parenting is a life career. Never have retirement of parenting. Need satisfaction. And what is need satisfaction? Yes. Yes, being able to satisfy family members and to satisfy yourself also. To struggle to satisfy whatever you have. If you cannot afford the bicycle, try the means to ease transport. Maybe you buy bus ticket to visit or to solve the problem of transport. Or if God gives you some capacity to buy car, so try to satisfy the need. Try to find clothes of your kids, new clothes. That's satisfying his or her needs. Yes. That is what we call need satisfaction. Positive attitude toward marriage. There are some people now who have negative attitude toward marriage. They say, it's better I live alone. Yes. And that is a negative attitude toward marriage. And even if they are married, they say, okay, who cares? I will pass 2 months outside the house. I will go home again after 2 months. Yeah, okay, but you are making hard life to your partner. It means you are careless about marriage. Yes. This is dangerous. And most of African families who are polygamous, sometimes they can give advantage to one wife and forget another wife. Yeah? You should balance that if you are polygamist or not, monogamist. So that is a positive attitude toward marriage. Marriage is always caring between partners. If you don't care, then you are making hard time to one or to yourself. And attainment of peace. Attainment of peace is also a planned behavior. Why? Why attainment of peace is a planned behavior? Why? I'm asking you. Why attaining peace as a planned behavior for a stable family? Yes? Mm-hmm. Yeah. To develop attitude of peace. Yeah. Yes. Relationship among the family. Yes. It's very good to have attitude of peace. Who can, yes, example, man?
It's normal that normal to disagree with someone.
Yes.
It's not always yes.
Yes, yeah.
Essential is sitting together and discuss and see how you can attain
Peace.
peace
Or agreements.
agreement.
Yes.
Don't they always have
Quarreling. Yes.
Yes.
You can even divorce if you find it necessary for both peace, yeah.
Yes.
Yourself or herself. But make sure that the attainment of peace is the first goal in the family. Because once the peace is not there, you cannot sustain your family.
Even you yourself, you don't have
Yes, you cannot even produce. Yes, you cannot even produce. If you go in the morning, you have quarreled with your wife, then how can you perform effectively at your work? That is the issue. So, attaining peace or attainment of peace should be also a planned behavior. Yeah. So, reflect on those behavior we talked about. Can you repeat the behavior we talked about for stability of the family? You can read even, no problem.
We have talked about
Self-esteem, yes, yes, hmm,
nature seeking,
yes,
positive attitude towards marriage,
yes, yes. Attainment of peace. It's those are essential behavior that you can plan before, even when you want to have a stable family. So the share of family stability and change, demographic process, and social psychological influence. Yeah. Um, on behavior, posit that parents' attitude or parental attitude and belief are a key of the children's behavior. This is the second theory on family stability. The first theory, as we say, is about planned behavior. The other theory is family stability and change. It means that change occur, positive change occur to family depending of the behavior they see in your parents. There are some people who become good because their parents have educated them so. If you didn't have a good education at home, taking parents as your role model, then it is very difficult to survive. Meaning, in another way, that if you want your kids to be much more good, try to be good also, so that they learn from you. They change basing on how you are. Who can give me an example? This is a round table, you remember, right? Who can give me an example whereby kids learn from the parents? You can give your own testimony. What did you learn from your parents? Maybe something good or even bad you can use. There are people who can be drunk because they have seen their parents drinking beer. And later on we call it karande. Karande means customs, which has been repetitive in the family. Normally, because of mutual learning from families. Yes, who can give me an example? Yes, Nelson?
Let me share the example of my brother.
Yeah,
He's a football player,
yeah.
and he have a son. And always, his son always try to do what he's doing.
Okay.
Like whenever he's in the evening, before going to feed rest those training staff, he also try to do the same and follow his father to go to the field.
Very good. That is a good thing. Yeah, yeah. And yes, Sila?
I would really was kids,
Yes,
we used to pray, we are Muslims,
yes.
we used to pray without knowing what was praying.
The purpose of praying.
Because we saw my mother and father praying, we was like, okay, we have to pray together.
Yes, yes.
So without even knowing what Salah is, what Islam is, then we just did it just like that.
Yes. You normally plant in your kids what you do.
Yeah.
Yes. Sometimes kids can have their own preferences but at least they follow someone in the family. My niece and nephews all have been trying to copy me. And when I was abroad, one of my niece told me, "Oh, I heard you are in German studying." Yes, I said yes, yes. So I will come also. Yes. Now she's studying in Italy. She's studying mathematics as the son of Gladys. I don't know if you know her, but they are from Mugamba, north. But she has grown imitating me. Now she's studying abroad, mathematics, and something like that. But we were learning from when we were kids. Sometimes we would try to see the taste of cigarette because we have seen men taking cigarettes.
Yeah, we also they can learn from the society.
Yes, they can learn from the society. That is, we call it learning attitude, of course, and we call it social learning. When it's a society, we call it social learning theory. Social learning theory. But family learning or family stability and change matters, especially when you are raising up your kids. When you respect your wife, it is likely that your son also will respect their wives. Yes. But if you beat her regularly, they will be beating their wives regularly, which is bad, but they will do that regularly. If you don't care, you divorce your wife, another one, you marry another one, you divorce her, and you marry another one, you divorce her again, then they will also learn not to consider relationship serious. And this is dangerous. So when we are talking about social change, you have to make sure that families are the first university. So if you want to learn from family. Yeah. In the family, they will teach you to hate others or to love others, to be tolerant to visitors, to receive visitors. Yes. If your girls have never seen you serving tea at home to someone else coming in the house, they will never serve even water to, to any visitor. Yeah, you see? Yeah. They will not serve anybody any tea or water. No, because they have been grown up looking your parents or their parents as model. So education correlates strongly with most important social and economic outcomes, such as economic success of you or your brothers or someone else, health, family stability, and social connections. I know that the family of I have known in my home region. There was a family which was very poor, but the parents used to struggle praying God and raising up the kids. They were like 7 kids, but the parents were really poor. But when the first started to do business, all entered into business. Now they are very rich and all do business, shops, whatever. And they even sisters and brothers all are doing business. And they become successful. Yes. From the same man and woman who were poor but humble, teaching them to pray and sharing the little they had, by the end they become successful. But because one was learning from another, they didn't go to school, but highly they just finished primary school. But one was learning to the to elder brother and elder sister, and so on and so forth. They become all shop owners. They become business persons and stable families. So that is the point. And what would you learn from your parents if you wished, yes. Here I'm asking something positive. You can say one thing or two. What should you learn from your parent, or what have you learned from your parent? Just one thing. Starting by the name again is Vanessa.
There are actually many things
Yeah.
that I'm still learning,
Yeah.
but one thing that I can say is respecting.
Respecting each other, yes. And how can respecting each other contribute to your social and family stability when you will get married or have kids, your own kids?
Um, Respect each other, even when you have misunderstanding.
Yes.
You try to find um, what what you can do.
What you can, you try to find what you can do.
Also respect each other's opinion.
Opinion. You try to respect each other's opinion, which can create peace. Yes. Yes, Emmanuel?
So, I didn't see my father and my mother fighting each other
Yes.
in my family.
Yeah.
That's why me also I can't fight with my wife.
Wife, yes. Yeah. Yes, it's like something you learned from your parents.
If there is a disagreement, we should
Solve it in another way.
yes, peacefully love.
Very good point. Yes. The name again is Innocent. Yes. Like in a farm or business, working together. Does this mean they complement each other? What does it mean?
Collaboration. Collaborate.
Yes. Example, for instance. Yes. Yeah. One side is not complying with helping another family. They complement each other. Very good. And that is something which creates stability. Uh-huh. Make sure it is on. Huh? Karakagatara. Yes, continue Karakadayu.
For me, actually, apart I don't see, but they try their best to satisfy our needs.
Yes.
If as kids we need like school fees or jobs or other things that we can need, they struggle so that they can satisfy our needs.
Yes.
And this makes me happy and our siblings happy. And for me, I can learn from them to satisfy my future family as
Yes. Yeah. That is what you call family resilience. Family resilience is that a man and a woman can sell their land for the school fees of the kids. You see? And that is a good example of resilient family. Even if they can be poor, yes, but they are trying to satisfy their needs. Uh, you see, that is something that the name again is Jackie. Jackie can learn from the family, his parents, yes. And you, the name again is Clemens. Patience, yes. You learn them from patience, being patient. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Very good. Yes. And Nelson?
Well, for me, I just get a lot of advice from my mom. But one of those advice that I won't forget is that he always said to me that whatever you are doing, put human being first. And then she finished by saying is that you are born in the hands of people, and when you will leave this world, you will be in the hands of people. So human being, of course, no matter his background or whatever it is, human being first.
Very strong argument.
That's
Very strong argument, and it is linked with Ubuntu philosophy of African thinking. You consider people, without them you are not. That is the Ubuntu philosophy. You can read Ubuntu philosophy online. This is a new thing we are teaching in African philosophy, Ubuntu. It sounds like it is a Rwandan, but it is normally South African, Bantu. Zulu, Ubuntu.
Meaning,
Ubuntu nk'umuntu nk'abantu. It's Zulu, but it means I live because you are. I live because you are. And this is an African, he's from Senegal, but we have the same conceptualization that a person grows by people. They take care of you, not your mother only, because your mother cannot educate you alone. You have been in the back of many women that you don't know even. Yeah, many girls you put you in the backside. I have a daughter at my home who's in P6, but she has been taking care of his brother, my last born, as her own. Actually, most of the care, apart from mother and father, the other care that the young son now have is from that sister. You see? And they were both kids, but I mean, a man or a woman lives on others. That's very good point that your mother told you. And my mother told me same thing. She's Rwandan, yours is Senegalese, but she said, my mother used to say, you bana neza n'abandi. It's like bagarira yose ntuzirizera ntirizaruma. That's Kinyarwanda, which means try to take care of your sorghum or plantation. You never know which will grow or which will not. But take them equally, you never know. Which is difficult until now to understand. Because most of people favors others based on different values. But I tried to do so. Since 2009, since I am a teacher at university level, I've never discriminated any of my students based on her background or his background. If she's weak, I try to help him or her weak. If she's strong, I try to help him or her strong. And things worked for me.
Yeah, I mean, that's good. I mean, I can really justify it because I'm here
Yes.
because of someone who even we don't have any link of family, even ethnically.
Yes.
So you see how someone can do better than your family sometimes.
Yes.
That's the reason why we should, yeah, give human being this.
And I have, and this is, it can also be very a good international human or humanitarian value, which is linked to what mostly we write here on empathy. Empathy. We have a paper with Dr. Buheji on empathy. Yeah. How Generation Z have been empathetic even to society in crisis like in DRC, like in Gaza, like in yes, I mean those empathic situation. And I give an example of my student. For instance, Compassion International. Any person can give you tuition fees without knowing you, and you will never meet. He's in Korea or America, USA, but he has paid you school fees, and you never know. That is empathetic. Empathy means here you have a feeling.
That you must do the same
Yes.
to others.
Yes. And that is always giving without your right hand knows what the left hand did. It's biblical also, Quranic also. This is so difficult, very difficult, because many people want to give but publicize that they have been giving. Yes, I helped my wife. My wife, can you see how my wife have a new clothes? And you did good, but you are doing that for publicity. You want to tease the villagers near you that you are a strong man who gives new clothes to your wife. It is good, but with bad intent. So when we talk about family stability, something you can do it even without other purpose apart from raising up your family strongly. And that is very important. Yeah. So family is a good resource normally. You can treat your father in hospital, help him in hospital 10 years. If he has to pay, how much would be paid actually? Too much. You can help your mother to survive in a hospital for 5 years. Being there always. If it was about payment, how much would you pay? How much would you pay your father to raise you up to going to university? If he gives you a bill from day one, you can't find it. That is why you say family is also resource. So let us think of this family stability index in the East Africa. I think you can see it now. Yeah? What do we do by analyzing family stability index? Let's see. What do we do by rising up family stability index? Hmm. When you connect to internet so that you understand it. It is important. Even cannot prosper. You cannot say the country is developed if the yes at home, yeah. So let's see the family stability index of Rwanda. Let's say BTI transformation index. BTI is just transformational index which calculates the family stability index. So Rwanda was 86 country among 137 countries. It means here we are on a negative side of family stability index. Can you see? We are 4.5 scale, and these are scales calculated from 1 to 10. So it means that here we are in a negative side. We are here doing maybe. This is negative, this is positive. So on negative side, it means that Rwanda have the family stability index is poor. But we did the progress because after genocide, mostly only stable family was one third. One when we calculate a stable family, it was one third after genocide. But many households were raised by orphans. Imiryango myinshi yari ibona amafaranga. We see that we are really low. Most of the family have low economy in Rwanda. But it has changed. Stability of democratic institution. Yes, we are starting a democratic process as a country, which is yes, but we are still at lower level. We are not like Senegal. Senegal is advanced in democratic institutions. We are still building democratic institutions. Rule of law, yeah, at least in Rwanda, rule of law in the family is increased, but still lower. Political participation lower, stateless, international cooperation. You see, there is an increase at least in international cooperation between the household. Either you have a child in diaspora which can even provide money, or you have been supported by Women for Women International or Compassion International. It means there is a family network with foreigners, which is good. And stateless is high. Why state is important for the family? Why? Kubera ko ntabwo ushobora kubaho udafite leta. When you don't have a state, the family also cannot be stable. And that is why we see, for instance, the issue of poverty in Palestine. Why? Because they don't have a state as such. They are not stable. That is why UN say, okay, let's have two-state solution. Israel as state and Palestine as state. Then we finish conflict. But it's still unstable. One part doesn't agree on that. If you find, for instance, Rwandan decent Kinyarwanda speaking Congolese, they don't have state. So they are in Kenya, they are in Rwanda, they are refugees in Burundi, they are in America. Stateless. We call it state. State is important. Very important. Because if, for instance, when yesterday it was raining heavily in Rwanda, but I saw policemen still standing in the road in the rain, controlling the traffic. You see, that is the meaning of state. If there was no police, someone can come and hit you in the rain and continue. And that is where you understand the importance of state. So Rwandan families are having the importance of stateless, but also they have resource efficiency. They can use their land, small properties to survive. That is resource efficiency, at least at 7%. You see? No, I mean 70%. Yeah, 7/10. Yeah. Steering capacity to try to work, to try to do something. Sustainability, economic performance, welfare regime, des mutuelles de santé, and whatever, and private property, you own your thing, and monetary and fiscal stability is also increasing, market organization, economic level, and so on. The economic level is still low, even though there are some market organization increasing and monetary and fiscal stability. So, but mostly stateless and international cooperation and also resource efficiency is one of the characteristics of Rwanda family stability. If you look at these and you compare, for instance, with Burundi, if you look at that picture and you compare this index with Burundi, for instance, yeah? Then you will find big problem here. Yes. let's have a reload of this. This. Internet is slow, but we will reach there, I know. So 4.8, they are 0.3 ahead of us. But uh, you see this international cooperation. If you see the families of Uganda, we are better than them in international cooperation. If you see the stateness they have, states, it's good. But for instance, resource efficiency, they are low. Why? Uganda have a lot of land and water, but they don't use it mostly to develop like Rwandans do. In Rwandan family household, we have domestic animals in house, we have kids, we have land. Now, all are being grown up. That's efficient use of resource. In Uganda, they have still system of grazing and they have everything, but they don't use it properly. That is why the resource efficiency in families of Uganda is still low. And steering capacity, moving ahead. The resilience economy in Burundi households is still lower compared to Rwandan families. Umunyarwanda ashobora kubaho with little means ariko ukabusanga afite isuku, is trying to survive and also trying to progress. And the welfare regime is low. Why? They have no health insurance and other stuff. Private property they have, fiscal stability they have, but economic level is still too low, like Rwandan's 2.0 actually, which is low here. But the rule of law in the family has grown in Uganda. Kubahiriza amategeko. So that's the point. But if you look at, that is where I wanted to reach. Burundi is the least in family stability index in East Africa, but also in the Great Lakes region. Why? And they need a lot of, the stateless is there, but still low. The regulation of private property is still there, but lower, especially on resource efficiency. Burundi is poor, but they have a lot of resources. Can you imagine people being poor while they have gold in the land? It means a lot of mismanagement. International cooperation, working with other nation around them, or international. You cannot develop if you don't work with. For instance, in my family, we have been network with many people around the world, Europeans, Americans. My mother was a friend with one American lady, even visiting each other. So it used to be a network which we benefited from. I've been in America because of the influence of friendship of my parents and them. You see, this is an example of family networks here and there. But you have to make networks even not only in Europe or West, but having family friend in Senegal, family friend in Uganda, family friend in Kenya, family friend in Zambia. This can make a good network and mutual help. As you was saying, I've got a family in Rwanda, which is also good. Yeah. So, and you see the gap. You can compare these, for instance, and this. You see the difference? Yeah. So when we are talking about these statistics that we are analyzing here at Sias, actually, I want to make a paper on this comparison. You see the family stability index in East Africa most of the country which is more powerful in family stability is Kenya. Okay, Kenya. But the problem of Kenya is that also two-thirds of families are nutritiously poor. They have food, but they don't know how to eat. I mean, to use it. Yes. They have a nutrition deficiency because of how to use food insecurity, preventable diseases, how girls and women in rural marginalized family are most affected by this. I mean, here we are talking about women rights and children rights in the poor families. In Kenya, they still have those problems of inequality and marginalization. But still, it's a strong nation in East Africa, followed by Tanzania. Even though in Tanzania, women are affected by high level of deprivation, growing gender inequality balance, and so on and so forth. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's finish by this presentation by having, of course, some ideas still on round table process. What do you think are the challenges of family stability in Rwanda, or even from your home region or country, and how can it be solved? What is the challenge of family stability in Rwanda or your home region or in your village, and how can we solve it? Yes. Yes. We start by here. By here. Ernest, can you tell us the challenge of family stability and how it can be solved? In your home region, ni ikihe kibazo ubonayo gituma hatabaho stability z'imiryango?
Okay, so in my region, I've seen the high population.
Mm-hmm.
It's looking for high level population. High population density.
Density of population is high, and how it affects family stability?
Affects for poverty.
Poverty.
In terms of education, it is low.
Yes, the parents are not able to sustain all their children.
Yes.
Students are not understanding the good communication with the understanding.
Make sure that is on, is it? Yes.
They are not understanding the way of communicating.
Yes.
One of them is like if you are a man, you have to have a job.
Yes.
To provide for the family.
Yes.
And me as a woman, I will just get pregnant and give you children.
Yes.
But from my understanding, I think you have to understand each other. If your man doesn't have a job or doesn't bring something home, it means that you can do it.
Yeah, you can also try to help him. Yeah.
You can also try to help.
Especially these days of financial economy, which is not enough for salary of one person. Yeah.
And also, if the salary of some of you is like you, or but we also try to find something.
Yes, to sustain the family.
The other thing I can say from that I will give an example as the organization company.
Yes.
In Kosovo, there was a child.
Yeah.
They are poor.
So self-sufficient, yes.
So, about the parents of the child, so as to be paid for.
Yeah.
So in order for the child, in order for to fix always their education and enjoyment. And the child only that doesn't
Because of parents failing to pay? To pay.
know the parents are not very
Mhm.
as you know that the children come from school at 5
Yes.
and go home and get home at 6.
Yeah.
So the child only comes home goes to
To?
play soccer.
To play football, yes.
So whenever comes after playing football, he doesn't do homework.
Yes.
That is need to repeat.
Yes.
Was still listening
Yeah.
for 3 years.
Still in senior two for 3 years.
That child told me that he doesn't. So I told their mother that we were talking about that if these chances are coming into your child and you don't look at what you do every day and the things you talk about, this child will not get anything. When you go, you may not pray for all that you may retire.
Mm.
No
Mm.
they get good in when they future. You have to have a 24
Treatment, yeah.
So
Mm.
the solution, all the legislator in that experience, that parents should look after the children and let them to do anything that will give us the
Exactly. So the problem is also the behavior of children to respect to the supporters, either NGOs or parents, to comply with supporters. Yeah. Some attitude also of kids might change. Yes, continue.
So thank you. I think difference
Mm.
only the find someone that when the family when they to put together with the family visions so that those some differences between the families and if the families ability, especially when you look that way for going to school and this is the water due to the rise of the families.
Mm.
About divorce, basically we find somewhere in the family when they marry, the divorce, always they leave the family instabilities.
Yes. Divorce also increases the family instability rather than stability. Sometimes. But what percentage can you give? Is really divorce giving family stability or instability? Why?
Basically, when they found divorce, automatically the children also they have the peace around them. So when the family is not stable, especially when the children are not very able to be peace, also they can get the basic needs.
Have you seen that case in the village? Oh, okay.
Thank you. I was about to say about women, but I still talk about it.
Yes.
But I think also,
Is the mic on?
yes,
Yes. Continue.
I really add on it to share challenge, good family stability.
Yes.
But what I wanted to add on what Sias says, also unemployment and lack of activities can cause some instability in families.
All right.
Yeah. Other things that can be challenged to family stability. I think it's low communication, all communication barriers. This also can cause some family stability. For instance, uh, government in some sectors they give opportunity to some issues. Like nowadays,